So I've been smoothing this out, and as you can see, the piece has gotten wet because I've been adding clay to it as I go. And so one of the things I may do is let it dry up a little bit and come back to it. But before I let it go, I'm going to add in or clean up the little indents that I've got in here. Or at least I'm going to get them started. If the clay starts to stick, sometimes spinning the tool makes it not kind of suck back on you as you bring it out, kind of opening up that hole so that it's not sticking to the pencil in this case. So I'm going to clean up each of those marks, and then I'm going to find my really small tool, which it looks like I've lost the end of my, there it is, the end of my pencil tip that broke, and I'm going to clean up some of those marks as well. And then I'm going to let this dry. Now remember, as you add water, if you're adding water to smooth this, remember that as you go, you're going to want to let it dry for a while, or you don't want to have water sitting on the top of it, or it can start to crack. And then there's certain kinds of marks that work better when it's a little drier. And I'm gonna come back around the other side here so you can see what I'm doing. So like, for example, the one I'm poking into now is pretty wet. It was added last, and I added a lot of water on top of it, so I may let that one sit around for a while before I finish up. Now remember, the goal here is that you're trying out some different techniques, you're trying out some different decorations, and where you're basically experimenting here. We want it to be a nice, interesting composition with some variety and stuff. And so this one here I've got is going to be just like a little tile for decoration. If you want to, you can actually get on the back and you can make it so that it hangs. And the way to do that, or one of the ways to do that, is you can actually cut a little slit. So I'm going to cut kind of up into the clay. And I'm going to cut out a section of clay here, and this will be where I can put a nail later on. So make sure that this edge is flush, but because I've got that slit there, when it's done, I can hang it on a nail on the wall. Oops, hang it on a nail on the wall. Could you see that slit? Did I have it too high? So that little slit there that I've cut out will be something that this can hang on, or it can just sit on the table. Or, of course, you can make a cylinder first or a box first, and this can be an object. But it doesn't have to function in any way. It's just experimenting with some surface decoration that maybe you might end up using in other projects.